Okay, I'm going to show you how to use the blueprint for email automation from Gumroad. What you're going to do is whenever you first get it, you're going to want to download that blueprint just somewhere on your computer where you're going to be able to find it easily. Then you're going to go into your Make account. If you don't have one, you can set up a free account and just hit Create New Scenario. So I already have this scenario, so I'm just going to pull it up. So once you pull it up on the screen for the very first time, none of this is going to be in here. You're going to want to go down to these three little dots here and hit Import Blueprint. That's where you're going to import the blueprint that you saved on your computer. Once you do that, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. First thing we're going to want to do is first make sure we have our spreadsheet set up. And I just made this easy. I just named it email automation, and then I did testing as a tab down below. And then I just filled out some fake information here. Information that you might want to have, it's going to be different based on the needs that you have. I have first name, last name, number, email, product, amount, and then if the email has been sent. So what you're going to do first is you're going to go over here to Gmail, and then you're going to make sure your Gmail account is connected. You're going to type in actually should give you a drop down of an option here, and you're going to do email automation, which is whatever the name of your spreadsheet is. Mine is email automation, yours might be something completely different. And then you're going to go to sheet name. This is going to be down here, your tab where it says testing. And then for there, at that point, we're just going to leave it alone for right now, and we're going to hit save. This part, it's going to say if sent. What this is going to do is it's going to check to see if an email has already been sent to the customer. So you're just going to click it, and it says if sent. This will already be in there for you, but what we need to do is figure out where it is on your spreadsheet. And if you put titles like I showed you, it should be easy to find. So mine is right here, email has been sent. So what I want it to do is I want it to check, and if it doesn't have the word sent in there, I want it to send an email. So what you're going to do is just hit save there, and then let's go ahead and go to the next Google Sheet module. Again, you're going to set it up the same way. You're going to set it up with email automation, testing. We can go ahead and change this row number here. So we're going to do row number, and make sure that you're selecting it over here if it already had something populated in there. And then what we're going to do down here is we're going to scroll down to where it says email has been sent. So this is what we want it to do whenever it sends an email. And we want it to put the word sent so that it knows I have already sent an email. And then you're going to hit save. And guys, I would say save often as you can, especially with Make, just in case something times out. Now for email, you're going to want to create a subject. And again, we want to make sure that we have this email portion correct. So the email is going to be in column D. So that's where it's going to find the email to send it. And then this could be subject line if you're doing like a confirmation for an appointment, if you're doing like a thank you for a purchase, anything like that, whatever you want it to be, that's what you're going to put there. That's what they're going to see when they get an email. Now, as far as content, we need to get an HTML email. If you already have one, perfect, copy and paste it in there. If you don't have one, all you're going to do is go over to Be Free, because guys, this is the free option that you have on here. It will let you do 6 different emails a month, I believe. It might be a week, but I think it's a month. And again, you can use whatever creation option you want. I just like this one because it's free and I'm cheap. So go here and hit create a new email. And there's all kinds of them to choose from. I just want to use just a basic one while we're setting this up, just so I can show you. Let's just do appointment. And I'm just going to do this, let's do this basic one. So you can change this up any way that you want to as far as arranging it. I'm going to leave it the same because all I'm doing is just using it to show you how to do it. But you could customize all of this and you can start from a blank option. So what I'm going to do once I have the email exactly how I want it, I'm going to hit export. And I just want to copy the HTML. So you're just going to hit copy. And then we're going to come back over here to our make. And I'm just going to paste it right here. Now guys, since this is free, it's going to have that little logo down here at the bottom. Let me show you. It's going to have this little logo down at the bottom. So you're going to want to take that out. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to take it out down here at the bottom. Let me see. I believe it's to right there. You can play around with it and see, take some of it out, send it, however you want to do that. I believe that should take it out completely for us though, up to that point. Another thing that I like to do is I want to have my customer's name on every single email. So what I would do is I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to see, okay, it shows Jesse right here. And a cool thing that you can do with make is you can hit Control Find as long as you have this little box open. So we need to make sure we have it selected. Hit Control Find and then start typing Jesse. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take out that name Jesse, and I want it to be whatever the name is on my spreadsheet. So I'm going to go to first name and make sure that you guys are putting this in the right spot. That's super, super important. So now, whatever the first name is on my sheet that it's sending the email, that's what it's going to put in the email. And you can go through and you can change this if you had like a product amount or anything like that. You could go in there and you can change this and completely customize it. And if you guys want me to show you a video of how to do that in a little bit more detail, or how to like set up the HTML email a little bit more custom, just let me know. But for right now, we're just going to do this basic option. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then again, like I said, save often. And I'm going to run it just to test it. I would say the first time you do this, test it with an email that is yours. Don't test it with a customer's email. You want to test it a couple times so that you can fine tune it and get it exactly the way that you want it. I'm going to go ahead and hit play once and I'm going to test it. So what should have happened is it should have sent me an email and then it should show on here that it was sent. See, and it shows that it was sent. That's how we know that an email was sent to this email to this customer. Now next time, if I go through here, it should, if I hit play again, it's going to go through and it's not going to send anything. And the reason for that being is because this already has an email sent to it. This prevents you from sending multiple emails to your clients and oversending. So that is all good to go and you can leave it just that way. And if you do want to do this with a different email, there is multiple other. Gmail is just the preferred one that I have, but you can do this with Exchange. This is interchangeable. This is just what I prefer. Now, say if you're updating this list a couple times a day, I normally leave mine at 15 minutes. You can do it, to set immediately, but I like to do mine just 15 times a day. Or I'm sorry, 15 minutes. Every 15-minute increments, it's going to check my Google Sheet to make sure that nothing else is in there. So that's it. That's all that it requires to do that as far as running. And you should be able to do this and send a few with Make. This is the absolute cheapest option as far as sending automatic emails without having to pay $1,000 a month to get this done. If you guys have any questions, any feedback, please leave it in a comment. If you want me to do a more complex version with the HTML or different options, just let me know. Thanks, guys.